Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy NoisySauce here, back with another live stream, and today I'm going to be doing a Dr. Dre type beat make. I'm just going to fix up my windows here because I forgot to do this just before I started, but we're going to get into it real soon. If you guys haven't seen me do this before, this is my standard template that I use every single time that I start a beat, and it kind of just goes from here until we finish the beat. So I'm going to be starting this one off with a guitar, with that kind of like palm muted guitar thing inspired by next episode. And I'm going to come up with a riff that's going to work well for this. So let me open up my recording page here and find... Apologies if you're hearing this twice. This has a tendency to kind of jump. It's got to like record on this and also on this, and you guys are hearing both of them. So if it sounds a bit whack, just Alright. It needs to be a bit slower than that. My computer is running real slow. I don't know what's going on here. Where you play a riff really changes the vibe of what it sounds like. And how much palm muting you put on. Let's try that again. Oh. Oh, playing is hella out of time. Let's get that right. Man, it's not so much the out of time, it's like the shitty noises I'm making. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm just going to be working with this inside the unit now. And just before I go any further, I'm just going to make sure that my guitar channel is turned way down. And from now on, I'm just going to go into my processing, my preferences, and bump this to the highest possible sample rate. Oh man, my computer is acting real whack today. I was doing some weird shit yesterday too. Hopefully it's not got too many issues with it. But what sucks about doing this is it means I have to reload up all my plugins. They're all kind of slow. I wonder what's going on here. Computer just having some issues. Come on, baby. Give me some love. Doing some loading. There we go. Alright. Still loading. Still loading. So we got a guitar riff there. I'm gonna edit that a bit and make sure it's sounding good. But damn, everything is so janky today. What is going on? Even my mouse is like real slow. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter too much. We'll make it work. Let's open up time compression expansion here. Get this guy open and go polyphonic. And what I'm going to do is just extend this out, because I know I would have played the start of that a little bit early. Extend the back end out, because I know there's going to be some noise at the end there that I might miss. And then just hit the Q button. And that's going to put all of my hits right on the beats, which, except for that first one, for some reason that didn't work. Oh no, it's right. Just sounded a bit weird. Cool. Now I'm going to chop those ends again, make sure they're happy, and so that it's all nice and tight. One set of 8 bars of that, and I'm just going to change up the guitar sound a bit, because I'm just using Logic's stock one here, and I don't really want to use that. I feel like there's better sounds out there. And one amp that I haven't been playing with nearly enough, which I feel like it could really make a difference with this, is the Bias Amp 2. This thing by Positive Grid. I think it's got quite a lot of processing on this as well, so hopefully I don't mess up my my processing too bad. So yeah, it's got a bunch of different amps here. I don't know what I want. Maybe the Highway 1 clean. I feel like they've kind of emulated the tubes warming up when you change amps, which is kind of cool. I think I like this one. Which is like a Marshall style. We've got a sound there. I'm going to start playing with it a little bit with other plugins, kind of get it sounding how I want it to sound. One thing I want to do is give it a little bit of chorus, and I'm going to throw that after the amp, just because I don't know what the chorus is going to do before the amp, especially since this is actually... It's got to load up a... Actually, I will chuck it before the... before the amp and just see what happens. So I just want a... yeah, something to kind of like bring out the stereo width a little bit more. And I find chorus also pushes stuff back a little bit more. Just gonna get rid of this click for a little bit. I don't need that. Sorry, I'm just thinking about stuff. So I'm just going to run a compressor on this thing as well. Just kind of give it a little bit more crush, a little bit more vibe. And I think I'm going to run the deflector on it, which is a... whatchamacallit? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. One of those famous compressors. Giving it some vibe. And I feel like some delay. It's too much. That's cool. Kind of give it a little bit more vibe. And finally, a little bit of reverb just to kind of give it a bit of space, a little bit more vibe. And I think I'm going to use, for this, I'm going to go the Verb Suite Classic. And I think there's some good guitar ones in here that'll kind of give it guitar thickener. I mean, that sounds like. Don't need too much of that. Oh, sorry, this is without it. Really stark. This is like, doesn't add too much reverb, it just kind of puts it in a space. And that's kind of important with sounds like that, I think. I can turn that delay down a bit, it doesn't need to be that loud. I do not know what's going on with my computer. Everything is like super slow on it right now. One thing I do want to do is copy this little phrase here and put it at the start, because I feel like the very first one I did was a little bit weak. And let's see how that. Yeah. Oh, don't want to do that. Just want to. sustain pedal. All right, cool. So we got this guitar rocking. It's sounding pretty good. I want to add a piano that's gonna sit in the background and kind of follow along. What was that melody? Forgot what notes I was playing. Alright, that's it. Yeah. Now this is gonna just kind of give it some vibe. So close to being perfect. I messed it up. Alright, let's drop that way back down in the mix so we don't want to hear too much. And I kind of want to throw that same delay that we got on this guitar here. I'm going to put that on that piano as well. I'm going to take away the ping pong. Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. We're getting there, Alright, so now I'm going to start getting some drums on. And I do have a bunch of drums that are kind of Dr. Dre style, so I'm going to use that kit because, I mean, why wouldn't you? And oh my god. And I'm going to see if it works well. It might not work well, but you know. I think there's a snare in here that I really want to. Yes. Want that? So I'm just trying to figure out what sounds I want to use. this has way too much high end in it, and I mean though that's kind of like that's cool with a lot of Dre tracks, but for me personally, I don't like too much high end. Yo, what's up, Maxton King? Hello, Blue Jay Zer Beats. How you doing? But what I do want to do is, on top of this is kind of a Dre style thing that I've noticed on a few of his beats, and also a lot of those beats from back in the day, and I think it comes from the sampling stuff, but putting a like shakery kind of sound on top of the, I think that's the one, this hi-hat sound. I'm just going to check if there's a cool percussion sound that's different. No, it's that one. Putting this hi-hat on top of the snare gives it a little bit more of a vibe as well. And so I'm just going to grab that and kind of gives it like some more love. Fuck. I know the rhythm I want here, but let's get it. Oh, it's hard to not play that other snare. Just fixing up my shitty playing. Alright, so one thing I've noticed, which I forgot to do on this one, is I'm just going to take all of these samples here and turn them down by 10 dB. Because a lot of these kind of samples, they push them way too hot on the get-go, and then when you go to play them, you're peaking your channels like straight off the bat. my guitar are way too hot as well, so I'm going to turn them down. Jesus. God, slow computer, what are you doing? Now just turn my... Here's a little mixing tip for beat makers out there. Volume level of different things is the most important thing. It is more important than EQ, compression, everything. Just like leveling the volume of your different instruments so that they sit tightly together. That, like, oh my god. So much of the sound of a track comes from that. So, alright, the other thing I want to do is, in my battery, is make sure all my snares and kicks and claps all have a just like up the top velocity. I hear you. I'll be taking some high end out of it. Give me some time. I do want to change that kick drum sound a bit. It's a little bit hard. I want something a little bit more like... Now I chose this one because it's got a bit of a bass note to it, which is going to kind of fit in with what we're doing. Alright, cool. I think that this limiter's hitting that yeah. Get rid of that. So I just want this kind of shaker sound instead of a straight up hi-hat. I started off that a little bit too soft, so I'm just going to delete that first row and replace it with these ones. I do like having a little bit of vibe in there, which is why I didn't push all of my cymbals as hard as I can go either. Now I want to throw in a synth in here that's going to act as the bass. There's noises going on all around me. And I think it's like rubbish day. There's shit going on. So yeah, I kind of want like a big kind of brassy synth to kind of act as like a big low end boost, but I don't really want it to be like, it's not going to be a very prominent sound throughout the beat, so it's going to be chilling in there. And Jesus Christ, something's going on out there. My God. Sounds like a car crash. Some shit. Anyway. Enough of that. Also, I better... I'm kind of all over the place today. Joining up that guitar part so I don't mess with it too much. Anyway. Alright. Brassy bass sound is where I was at. I swear to God. I had something up here. Let's find a nice synth that's gonna work well with this. And I'm thinking I'll go with the DX7, just something that's got like a bit of old school vibe to it. This I'm not sure with this if this will have the vibe I'm looking for, but let's check it out. There's a brass section, so that's a start. I mean, that's pretty cool. Nah. Just gonna check out what else there is. Nah. 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 No. I like that first one. That's it's just like the stock standard brass sound. It's like wow. Got like that real synth brass tone. Real simple. And got some vibe to it. And I'm just going to push that way down in the mix. I don't know whether this is going to work the way I'm hoping it will, but I'm just going to try this down on that low E there on the second bar. See if that works. Nah, don't like it. Cool. Now, going with more, like continuing on with this kind of Dr. Dre kind of vibe, I feel like some action-y kind of staccato strings following along with that guitar line during the chorus will act to really help build this. So, should recall that bass. And I'm gonna call this one the strings, and let's find a cool string. I need it like a staccato string, but again, I'm looking for something that's gonna sound kind of sampley. I don't want like a high quality one. So I'm going to go with the CMI-V for this one. This is a really cool sampling synthesizer that just has that old school sound that, you know. I mean, that's not what I'm looking for, but we will find what I'm looking for. I think this is all. Yeah. Whoa. That is. Nah, there's a scary story. This is a really cool synth. Despite the fact that it's a little bit too hectic sometimes. So I'm just gonna. I want to take it back. I want to take it back to just. Oh, what's Orc 2? Classic. I mean, that sound has been used so many times. Alright, I'm just gonna take it to this pad, which I know is quite a simple one, and then I'm gonna get in and mess with it. So let's go to our browser here. I want to arrange it by banks. This is a really cool thing here where you can like go through all their effects and have a listen to them. Ooh, what's that high string? I want staccato strings. They got pit strings. I don't really have a staccato here. I'm gonna go. Oh, so they got low strings as well, with more pizzicato, cellos, and stuff like that. But I want low stab. I think that's it. Where's the high stab? Come on. There's got to be a high stab. Strings. There we go. Strings 3. Oh, they're all orchestra sound. Ah, that is super lame. Where is my high string stabs? Yeah. Oh man. I want this like. Like. Or like. But I want it to sound good. I might just go with the. I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work the way I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna go to my contact library and go to the action strings because that seems to always have like a oh yeah, it is action strings. They've got like a really kind of cool stabby sound. Don't know if this is gonna work the way I think it is, but we'll see. This one. It's way too loud. sounds pretty good. I think we're just like holding on to that is like a really cool sound. Oh my god. I hit the note at the wrong time, but this will quantize to make it sound better. And I'm just going to cheat here and drag this across the whole length of the track here, just so that it's all sounding just way down. Now I wonder if I throw. Actually sounds really good. That's kind of the sound I wanted. Cool. Now this guitar, it'd be cool to pitch it down, which is pretty much what this guy said, tune down the guitars. It'd be cool to chuck it down an octave and hear how that sounds. So what I'm going to do is just double up this guitar sound. I'm just going to go and delete all these other channels here because I know I'm not going to use any of those. And I'm just going to drag this guy down and run a pedal board on this to pitch it down. Hopefully this works. Sometimes it sounds trash, sometimes it sounds good. It really depends on the day and what you're playing, I guess, as to whether this kind of sound works. But my favorite octave is this whammy here, and I tune it down by 12, go all the way up, and how? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean that works quite well actually. Actually, I think these might work quite well together. Yeah. Cool. Alright, cool. So I figured that those work well together. So what I'm going to do now is start arranging this into a into a beat. So I'm going to start with just the high piano and the guitar, kind of like where we started there. Actually just going to, instead of having that cymbal come in there, I'm just going to cut this intro short. I don't think it needs to be that long. Apologies for how janky my computer is today. It's really given me the shits. I have no idea what's up with it. It seems to be running quite slow. So we jump from the low to the high. Here. Although, actually, I think that should be the other way around. I think it should start the... What the fuck? It should start with the high... Wait. It should start with the high and then go to the low. Oh my god, what am I doing here? It should start with the high, go to the low. What the fuck? Something's happened here. Why are my guitars so long here? That's right. That is wrong there. I've dragged that too soon. Oh, because I had that extra bar there. Okay, I figured this out. Alright, so start with the high, go to the low. So as soon as it jumps out of the chorus, I want it to jump to that high part. Yeah, it's cool. And then it jumps to the low guitar. And I also want to chuck in that bass brassy thing in there as well. Yo, what's up, Toxin? How you doing, G? Just making some Dr. Dre type beat up in here. little bit of a beat drop out there. I think for the for this second verse, I'm going to get rid of those extra snare hits. Hey, I will definitely hit you up straight after this, my man Toxin. I appreciate the heads up. So I'm just going to get rid of these extra snare drums here and see how that sounds. Cymbal's got to come down a little bit. I also feel like I could bring in some extra hats up in here, like a not that. Like yeah, like that, but real low. So let's 16th note that bitch. Run a bunch of them. Boom. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. And then we'll just chuck one more bar of that in there. Boom. Alright, and that can come way down because we don't need it that loud. So I'm just going to drop the velocity on that. Kind of give it a little bit more bounce. Oh, that bell worked out. Yes, that is exactly what I want to happen there. I want all that stuff to drop off, and I want this guitar to just kind of hit one more note, just so that it echoes nicely into that next section, which I'm going to have to zoom right in for, and just have it go drop out here, right there. And so let's just check how that sounds. Yo, thanks so much, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, and always when you cut off things like that, always make sure you give them a nice little fade so that you don't get that clicky noise that you just heard there. Whoa, still got it. it must be hitting that like note just on the next one. The fuck? That's so whack. I don't know why it's... Something going on there. Just gonna drag that way back. It's better. Still a little bit in there, but whatever. So much delay and whack noise going on there. Just trying to think about how I should finish this off. Maybe with like the... like drum kit. If I just finish it on that. I just gotta finish it, sorry, on that snare drum right there. That's cool. Now this snare, I just realized needs a little bit of verb on there. Just gonna vibe it up a bit. Oh shit. Now I wanna verb up that. Do the main riff and the... Do the main riff and the 3 you had put there before the drums, but just those and let it fade out. Oh, you mean the guitars and let that fade out? That would be cool. Let me check this out. Oh yeah, sorry. I'll just tell me what you mean, and I will do it. But I just got to change this to a different output. I'm going to run this one to my percussion output. And I'm going to take the reverb off the snare and I'm going to put it on that percussion because I don't want reverb on the snare, but I want it on this percussion. The main rhythm and the synths. Okay. All right. All right. So you reckon just get rid of the drums, run the that guitar riff and the synths like that, and then fade it out. That would be very Dre. Sorry. Might get rid of one of the guitars. I think I'll get rid of the low one. Oh, jeebus. Don't do that. Might get rid of that one here and just have it. And then have that fade out. I feel ya. Alright. Let me bring up my... shit. How am I do this? You gotta... I don't normally do this, but... go back. Alright, so now... Why would it put the master track in a bus? Like, what? To what end? Logic? Where is the logic? Okay, and we're gonna go here. Run this bitch. And we just fade this bad boy out slowly. Yeah, boy. Toxin with the good ideas up in here. Cool. I'm digging that. That's a really good idea. Thanks, Toxin. You demand. Alright. Now, I'm gonna get Liddy on this. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna relabel this collapse. I'm just gonna check that my snare is way too... that's why. I put it to a new channel, and I had an EQ on my last channel, but I didn't replicate it on this one. That's better. Alright, let's throw my beat tag up in here. Let's see if that sounds good, or if it's too quiet or too loud, too slow or too fast.
Throwing some sauce on that beat.
That sounded good. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. I'm going to go through and delete all of the channels that I am not using, because otherwise it is just a waste of processing power up in here. Don't delete those. Those, and I think I will be using this riser. I think it'll work well for this track, to be honest. So let me get up in there. Get up in there with the riser. Man, I've been watching Mark Rubier. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's like this amazing live performer, and he pretty much makes beats and performances live, and it just kind of like takes ideas off people from the crowd or like from the phone or whatever, and creates tracks from scratch. And he's fucking amazing. Like, this dude, he just so funny, and just comes up with like beats and tracks and stuff and performs them perfectly live while just talking bullshit. And I aspire to be as good as him, because he's so fucking good. But I've got like tracks and ideas that I've been listening from him stuck in my head, so I gotta let that not influence me. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of master bus processing up in here, so I'm just gonna loop this chorus section here, which has pretty much got everything, so that's gonna be the loudest. And I'm just gonna like check my master bus and see what's going on here. It's pretty good. Yeah, the snare is like real hot. So that's going to come down a bit. Claps as well, obviously. The kicks are actually quite quiet. They need to have some beef in there to kind of boost that low end that we're rocking. So I'm gonna run this guy. Just like beautiful low end sound on that. guitars are a little bit hot, this guitar especially. The kicks might be a bit hectic now, but we'll that bass can come up a little bit. It's got some vibe there. Yeah. That's cool. Was sounding good. Oh shit, I forgot to fix up my
Throwing some sauce on that beat.
yeah, my riser. Gonna throw that on each chorus here. And I'm just gonna turn that down. It doesn't need to be that loud. Yeah. Like that. Like we always do it this time. Alright. Master bus processing. I got into the mixing side too hard. That's good. That's a pretty nice EQ curve we got going on there. We got space for a rapper to get in there. A little bit of compression to kind of glue the whole thing together a bit more. Make sure those drums are punchy AF. And I'm just gonna leave that. And then I'm just gonna bring up this clipping a bit, and that's just gonna. I'm going to turn down your output so I don't deafen you. I'm just gonna run this clipper. That's cool. I love how pumping that snare drum is. Really polyrhythmic-y drum beat that's working quite well. Oh yeah, so that does a fade out there, so I'm just going to bring this back, bring it back to where it finishes fading out, because that's I use that to kind of check over my shit. I'm going to call it there, I think. I'm just going to do one more playthrough of the whole beat start to finish, see what we're feeling on it, and see any final changes I want to make throughout, and then I'm just going to call it. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks so much, Toxin, for the good advice on the ending and all of that. I appreciate that. Also, Maxton King, thanks for your advice on the tuning down of the stuff. I did do a lot of that to kind of take away some of that abrasion. So let's give this a playthrough.
Throwing some sauce on that beat. Drag these
as well, because I like how they worked. Yeah, those hats really kind of kick in there. Yeah, me too. So much noise in those guitars. I wonder why. Anyway, I'm gonna figure that out afterwards. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you appreciated all that. I hope you enjoyed the beat make, and I hope you dug it. If you guys want to buy that beat, it is going to be called Ashwood, and it is my Dr. Dre type beat. It's going to get dropped on my BeatStars page in about, I know, half an hour to an hour's time, as soon as I get it all processed and put up there. So check it out, get into it, and yeah, I'll be doing this every day. So peace out, and catch you next time. Laters.